Hi Leo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This, Leo, is your intuitive reading for the time between the 12th and the 18th of June. I'm going to draw some cards looking at love, general and the overall energies for the week of the 12th to the 18th, okay? I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, my darling, so this is the energy at the base of the reading for you, and that's the Fool card, okay? Now, the card at the base of the reading is really the perspective you need to try to see this reading through, okay? So this is about new opportunities, absolute brand new opportunities, you being ready to take a step. That tells me that you've been somewhere, you've been doing something. Maybe some of you guys have had some time out like I've had. Maybe some of you guys have been unwell. But whatever it's been, it's given you, wherever you've been, whatever you've been doing, you've been thinking and growing and changing and recognizing the changes that you've been through recently. And so it's as if this week is a new beginning for you, a new start. And remember, new starts and new beginnings can be challenging, but and can feel quite confronting, but they're also obviously definitely very, very healthy for us. So we're going to look at your key energy for the week of the 12th to the 19th, and we've got the Star card. Oh, second major arcana, beautiful. Love this card. You know, the Star card is linked to the sign of Aquarius. It's one of the earth signs, and the earth signs know everything. Aquarius knows everything, and this is the energy of you knowing that even if you are afraid, even if you are scared, even if you've been reluctant, even if it's been a long time coming, you know that this path that you're about to take this week, the new opportunity that you're going to take, whether it be in love or in money or in work or whatever it is for you, you guys are going in, you have that feeling, that knowing of everything's going to be all right. And it's, you know, obviously it pairs very nicely with this energy here because we have this faith with these two cards. We have this faith that the steps that I take, the directions that I go in, are right for me right now. And you're optimistic. It's a very optimistic week for you guys, Leo. It's as if the sun has definitely come up for you. We'll look at this one right at the end, okay? And next we're going to look at love, okay? So let's keep that one there. So for love, now, funnily enough, this was at the base of the reading actually when I was shuffling before I started filming the cards, before I started filming your video, and that happened in the previous video actually where that happened. So the cards are definitely in sync, and I do shuffle them. Okay, so Aries got 9 of Wands, you're getting 9 of Swords, and it's the same idea, because number 9s are linked to the Hermit energy, which is all about understanding who we are, our foundations, where we come from, what we feel, what we think, why we feel it, why we think it. And this is the awareness of that. This is the awareness of you coming into awareness of why you think the way you think about love, for example, about a specific person, about a specific relationship, and about the impact of a specific relationship. And that could be a love relationship, romantic partnership, or it could be a family relationship and a childhood, etc. It's coming into awareness with the 9 of Swords. They call it, other people refer to it, we sometimes refer to it as dark night of the soul. And I always say, well, this is like everything, you know, the things that we hide. Our awareness is such a powerful thing and such a special thing, because we can know that we are not being ourselves. We can know that we are not giving ourselves fully to a relationship, a person, a situation. We know that. And yet we can pretend and kid ourselves that we are happy or we are fulfilled or that we are, you know, being, you know, in this fully. And we know that we're not within us. and yet we can pretend as if that does not exist. Well, this is you not being able to pretend anymore, and this is why I always applaud this card and say hallelujah, because there's no more hiding, no more fighting when it comes to love. This could be because you might be in a similar situation with me, so you might have been single for some time and wanting to get back out there in a relationship or whatever, and you are now in a place where you're like, I'm afraid, I know I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. We've got written in the stars here. I mean, this is the month of the lovers. The sun is still in Gemini up until the 22nd of June. So, this is really I'll read the description box below for full details about that, about the astrology. But it's like we can no longer pretend and hide anymore what we feel and what we think. The universe is not giving us that chance. We've got the eclipse, the total solar eclipse coming up on I think it's around the 5th of July, beginning of July anyway, and it's like this year is about uncovering ourselves, being revealed to ourselves. The universe is helping us to be revealed to ourselves, to see ourselves for who we really are in a real authentic way. So there's no hiding, no fighting, just truth. And that's a little quote from one of my poems. No hiding, no fighting, just truth. And that is a real positive. It's always a positive. Even, as I said, new beginnings. It's a new start for you to be this aware. It's a new start for you to go in a new direction, to go toward the things you're afraid of, to face the things that you're afraid of head on. Might be something brand new to you, but you understand and recognise that this is what's healthy, that this is what's needed for healing, that this is what's necessary for you to begin a new chapter, a new way of living, a new way of existing, a new part of your identity that's more authentic. And you are understanding that. And this is you this week between the 12th and the 18th. This is you this week really facing up to that. It's really you looking your fears in the face and recognising that you have to recognise your fears and go toward them in order to go toward healing, and in order to go toward your destiny, if you will, or what things are the good things that are destined for you, or all the things that are destined for you. Regardless of whether they are good or bad, sugary or sweet, whatever you want to call them, the things that are destined for you, we should not avoid. And people talk about. I was watching this program. These are your general work, career, money, but you can relate it to anything. I was watching a program the other day and it said something about karma, and it was a comedy program, a comedy panel show, and they were saying how people say he was making a joke and saying how annoying it is that nowadays when people talk about he actually said millennials, but whatever, not my opinion, I'm just saying it, just funny. He said, people say, well, I do good things because then, good things will happen to me. That's karma. And it's like, well, actually, that is not karma. And if people believe that's what karma is, that's fine. I've done a video about karma in the Key Wisdom playlist. Check that out. That is not what karma is, though. Karma is something that we create our karma when we take actions. And we also create karma for ourselves when we avoid taking actions. And this is a very karmic situation right now, with these three cards that we see when it comes to love, because it's saying that in the past, if you've avoided it in the past, and some people never, ever, ever face up to it, they will fight and avoid the feelings of vulnerability. They will fight and avoid the feelings of fear. They will fight and avoid them and fight and avoid them, and never, and it just, the universe just ups the ante every time, with every relationship, with every experience, in order to try to get you to see that the only thing that you are doing with the fear is feeding it by ignoring it, by not facing it. The shadow gets bigger, the shadow it casts just becomes bigger and bigger if we avoid it, if we stop looking at it. And I want you to understand that this is a beautiful, this is poetry in motion when it comes to karma. This is you recognising in the past when it comes to love or a specific relationship, because these will link to that, but apply it as it applies to you. Understanding that there is fear there. I recognise that there is fear, but I'm still going to move toward that, because that's what I need to do to get to my healing, to reach my healing, to reach my understanding, and know that this is healthy for me, and to get the new beginning that I want. Okay, so let's have a look at these next two cards then. So we've got it's you guys that said that too. So we've got the 8 of Excellent, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and the Death card. So the little description I gave to you about the I think it was you that I gave about the eclipse, and about how this year, the universe is basically helping us have experiences that expose us, that show us more and more, that just reveal layer by layer who we are each with each new moon, with each eclipse, with each not each transit, but with a lot of the transits, especially we've had so far this year. And thank you, Tiny. And this is exactly that energy. This is how I feel about this energy. This is how I understand this energy of the Eight of Pentacles. It is about the energy that we put in to refining something. And this is really the universe's way of helping you to refine yourself, or putting your energy into facing up to, looking at, or moving in a direction toward that you want to go in, that you're passionate about, making a change, making a new start. Because that is, this is the energy. Pentacles energy is about the energy that we expend, so what we do in order to manifest the new beginning, the new start, the success, the stability, etc. In this instance, you're again, very karmic experience, very karmic energies here for you guys, Leo. It's a very karmic week for you. Let's have a look at the energies actually. The 12th, Jupiter square Neptune, full moon is on the 17th, Saturn sextile Neptune on the 18th. Well, in fact, if you read below, I talk a little bit about Neptune. For some reason, you guys are quite heavily, seem to be quite heavily influenced this week by the astrology actually that's going on. So read the description box below for full details of the astrology and how it will affect us. But for you guys, this is exactly what you're doing. Just in a general sense, in a general fashion, you are sort of coming into, I want to understand the things that I want. I now know the things that I want. I want to move in the direction toward the things that I want, because I understand, yeah, I'm afraid, but I still want to move toward them. I understand that it's important to face my fears, to go in these new directions. And you're actually going to be putting solid work into that. And we've got this death card here. So this is the, you know, I mean, one of my best friends is a Sagittarius. And I think until I started to do this job on Key Wisdom Tarot, I never really fully understood the Sagittarius. Hang on. Yeah, Sagittarius, not Scorpio. Well, whichever one it is, anyway, whether it's Sag or Scorpio, my best friend is this energy. Is that star sign. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, and I really gained in a huge appreciation for the complexities of the sign and how isolating it is really to be this sign, whether it's a Sag or a Scorpio, I can't remember, sorry. You know, how isolating it is, because for this sign it's about you having to look within and deciding and understanding the new ways in which you must change, the ways in which you must grow, the ways in which you must understand. It's number 13. Number 1 is new beginning, and number 3 is about expansion, you know, going out in the world, showing more of yourself, being authentic. And that's something that you can only do once you've done the work, the inner work of understanding, okay, this is the truth of who I am, this is the truth of what I need, this is the truth of what I want to achieve, for example. So it can be isolating to go through that type of energy, and it means that for some of you, you might have been in a space, in a funk, in a specific mindset, as I said, just like I've been over the last few weeks and few months. But now it's a case of understanding for you guys, Leo. I spent that time recognizing, trying to uncover, trying to work out, trying to know, and now I understand that in order to have the new start, the new beginning, where I'm being more authentic, this is what I must do. And whatever that is for you, you're going to do that this week, knowing, understanding that's going to bring you health and healing. Yes, I mean, look, we've got the World card. This is at the end of the reading. So look, we've got the Fool, we've got the World, and we've got the Star, you know, beautiful energies, all indicating new starts, new beginnings, healing, all indicating a sense of having gone through something in order to understand where you're at now, in order to understand where you need to go in a very decisive and definitive way. Not just, I mean, I'm not being specific, you know, I'm not giving you specific examples like, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm not giving specific examples because this is the energies that you'll be experiencing, and you will experience them all in a different way, but it's definitive for you. It's not like when I'm talking now, not being specific, it's not like you're having to like stretch your imagination to understand what I'm talking about. No, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly that, you know, that relationship was I was afraid because of that past relationship, and that's why I didn't go into it now. And now I know that after spending this time realizing how that past relationship affected me, my self-esteem and my self-worth, and what I thought my value was, I now understand that, and now I'm going to take steps forward. For example, it's like it's definitive for you. You will know specifically what I discuss with you. Okay, so the World Card is about that new start, that new beginning. And remember, this is the end of the Major Arcana. This is the very beginning with the Fool card. So you're moving in a direction. You're moving. There's a transition going on. There's transformation going on for you. Recognizing your authenticity and really wanting to be more you in the world that you are in right now. Okay. So my darlings, I hope you like that reading. This is the new format, just because I have learned that I have to be a little bit less, do a little bit less readings, because it's too exhausting for me. Actually, I'm extremely sensitive, as you know, and it really does drain my energy. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you think about the new structure and the new format. I'll be back next week with your new reading for the following week, and we'll just do nice short readings. I won't read every single comment. Well, I will read every single comment, but I won't reply to them. Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because that's how you can support my channel. And don't forget, you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook for extra little snippets. And the astrology and information is below. And share this video if you find it helpful. Thank you very much for being here, my darling Leos. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all again next week with your brand new reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.